Hey guys, what's going on here? It's John Haddock from Think About Comics, joined by...
We Bethea. How we doing?
So what we wanted to do today, me and Bethea have been talking about how we wanted to do something new with the channel.
Oh yeah.
So one of the video ideas that we came up with was going back to a lot of back issues, because we do a lot of back issue,
Yes, we do.
box looking through at conventions and at stores.
Yeah.
And we got the idea of, hey, let's take an issue that has a really great story, not a whole lot of people collect, it's really cheap to get, and break it down and talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a standout breakaway story that's old school, and we talk about it. So here we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 248. Came out in 1983.
Ooh,
What'd you think?
83. Okay, so let's get into it. It's two stories in this one comic. Okay, first story, we dealing with a villain that proclaims he's got a crowbar that gave him powers from the Asgard, which was deep. It's a crowbar. We wrote this in the comic. It was wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was deeply touched by how the fight got to where Spider-Man had to use his mind, i.e., science it, to defeat this villain. Okay, because this villain was definitely overpowering him on every level. And I like how it ended because, of course, he gets blamed for like the largest traffic jam in New Jersey or something crazy. It was like people was mad because it was this huge traffic jam because he was fighting this villain, who actuality, they were like fighting like in a cornfield. They were fighting in a garage. It went everywhere. So that portion of it was entertaining. And then there's a second story. The second story, the little boy.
The Kid Who Collects Spiderman. Isn't that?
The Kid Who Collects Spiderman, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let me just say, especially it being early 80s, we talking Reagan is president. A lot of social issues are being brought to the front. Some things are not looked highly upon as other things. But I remember cancer was huge back then. And this story hitting with this little kid and Spider-Man coming out to see him was very touching. It was very touching. And it pulled for stuff that was happening during that time period, it pulled a nice story about a hero taking time out of his day to show a little love to a kid.
Yeah, I think that was like the highlight of this book for me is the second story. It shows, it says, hey, look, even though Spider-Man has all these problems going on in his life, I mean, we know everything that he goes through.
Yeah.
He's able to like make the day of this kid and really, hype up his day in that.
Yes.
And I think we don't see a whole lot of stories that not only end, but end on such, I wouldn't say a good note, but on a positive.
A positive note, yeah.
Even though in the end we realize, the kid is terminally ill.
Yeah.
It's
you
still
got weeks to live. Yeah.
It's still a good, touchy-feely book from a character that is usually fighting the Scorpion guys and missing dates and showing up late and getting blamed for traffic jams in Jersey.
Yeah, but I'm with that. But he is gonna be the guy to do that.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't see Iron Man.
He's the guy that's gonna do that.
He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I really did. I'm glad you picked that book. It was definitely a time period piece, and it was a great story for a one shot. Matter of fact, a one shot that only did half of the comic.
Well, it's really not a one shot because it's 248. I mean, next week, who knows? I mean, next month, who knows what 249 was?
Well, we know it wasn't that. Yeah. I mean, it was just a singular story about this. You know what I'm saying? I doubt that they came out and said, "Hey, this is what happened to the kid. He got some." Some powers. He didn't die. Nah, this is a one shot because it was two stories in this one. You know what I'm saying? So, the kid, it was beautiful. It was quaint. I felt, I felt like I needed to hug afterward. It was good. It was a good movie. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was a good issue. It was a good issue.
Yeah, it's definitely like what is it? A bargain box find.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, matter of fact, it would not surprise me if later on this does not come up.
Well, this story, the second story, actually got turned into an episode of the 90s animated series.
Okay.
But it was a little different. It's a girl, and they team up to fight Doc Ock. Instead of him staying in the room the entire time, he ends up going out. Like, he loses his memory, and then they end up fighting Doc Ock. And the girl helps him remember who he is.
Touching.
Yeah.
But, I'm telling you, this is a great story. This is a great story. So it wouldn't surprise me if it maybe even came up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, it's a really good story. You got anything else you want to add on this book?
I do want to say this though. I find it interesting how the kid was asking him stuff and showing him his scrapbook and Spidey was getting into it and he was talking to the kid and they were having a good time. And then, just as my man was wrapping up, the kid throws out, I like to know who you is. I know the kid is terminal. Nah, you ain't getting that from me. Nah. I knew the kid was terminal.
I thought that was a cool piece.
Hey, I know you terminal, but nah, you not. No, you're not getting that. What I'll give you though is I'll give you my glove. I'll give you a glove. I mean, he told him how his webbing works, and he gave him his backstory, and it was beautiful. But I'm not taking a mask off. Nah, I'm not taking a mask.
Secret identities are made to be stayed a secret.
Unless.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
That's everything I got.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're definitely going to be trying to find some more books to do a classic review rewind on. Thanks, guys.
Peace.